What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Vinny's Corner. I'm your host, Vinny. I got my guys, Caleb and Cove, with me over here. Cove's
Yeah,
complaint department. What's going on, brother? How's everybody doing this evening?
good.
Good.
All right. So, look, what we were just talking about off the air, right? The MLB trade deadline came and went, but this year was not a quiet year at all. There were more
Yeah,
than 40 trades. And what Cove had just brought up, there were a lot of prospects that got moved around.
yeah.
Um, so, what I was going to say right before you said that, Cove, I was actually thinking to myself, a lot of teams, there's Showtime now. Boom. Yo, what's up, Showtime?
What's up?
So we're just getting into the conversation about the MLB trade deadline. Um, the MLB in general, right? Biggest thing that we were just talking about. There were over 40 trades that happened over the last 4 or 5 days, and a lot of prospect movement
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
baseball, right? So like a lot of like good young prospects getting shifted around and traded around. What do you
I
make of
just
that?
googled it right. I just googled it right quick before you get at it. It was about 100 prospects were traded this deadline, but last year there was 94, and the year before was 90. So they do trade about 90 prospects a year on average.
Yeah,
So there
it
is a
seems
lot
to
of
be going
prospects.
up.
Just there was. It's just going up now. It just keeps going up every year. More prospects are being traded.
Now, so the thing that I was thinking, right? Because what it felt like, right? Like where I thought, say, like a San Diego might sell. Instead, they were like,
They
no, we're
bought.
not going to sell
Yeah.
Miller, and instead we're going to go get. And so
You
a lot of
see,
teams that I wasn't
what
expecting
played
became
into
buyers and
that?
decided to go in.
Yeah. What played into that is they got hot right before the deadline. Like
And I
they've
feel
been
like
on a
that's the
nice
case for like
run.
a lot of teams, right?
Yeah. It
Like there were the
really
good teams,
depended on. Yeah.
so like
It depended like where you were in the standings, how you were playing, like close to the deadline. So
right. And so you had the teams, the incumbent teams that we think were already going to be good, right? The top, the Dodgers, the Braves, the Yankees, those teams like that,
yo,
the Phillies that we thought were going to be good anyway. Now, exactly what you're saying, right? Coming out of the All-Star break, a few teams got really hot, right? And going into the All-Star break. And so then that gave us a whole another group of teams that were like, you know what, let's be buyers too. Like,
exactly.
so I think it
I
was
mean, even the
interesting.
Phillies, like they weren't playing great, so that's why. That's probably part of why they got when and got a rise, but it's not like they wouldn't have needed that regardless. Like regardless of how they were playing, I feel like a rise would have been a good ad. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let me ask now. So you went to a specific move. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
My
No, I
friend who
went to
is a
specific
Phillies.
moves because the Phillies weren't playing well, but I think they should have made that move regardless. Because there
Yeah,
was a
no, no,
need.
and I agree with that. Bryce Harper came out and publicly said that they needed another bat.
Yeah.
He, you know,
Yeah.
eh, that was not too long ago. That just kind of happened. But okay, so my friend who's a Phillies fan, his initial reaction, he's like a baseball. He's just like us. He's a big
Right.
baseball
Right.
fan. He actually coaches baseball as well. But
Okay.
he was not happy with it initially because he was like, you know what, we have a good infield. They're doing well as
Right.
an infield. Like, I don't
Yeah.
really like this is going to shift a lot around.
Right. No, I completely understand that, and that's a very valid concern because Bryson Stott is a premier defender at second base. Alec Boehm's not a great defender at third base, so maybe like sliding him over to first isn't the worst thing. I mean, I guess.
But
And
he's
then you
very
have to
solid.
move Harbor to right field. Like he hasn't played that in forever. I don't know. It's very, very reasonable but concern.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's like, you can just look at it and you're like, okay, well, right, the guy gets hits, he gets on base. Like,
And
you know
he's
what I mean?
improved his defense to his credit.
Yeah.
So
Now, there's an obvious benefit, but it's like, will this now affect the chemistry that the team has this season by shifting all these guys around so late in the season?
it could, but I feel like this is a move that was probably discussed with them and they were fine with it, probably.
Well, I mean, it's right. It's one of those things like where you kind of say to Harper,
It's
like,
good. It's a wait and see thing. Like you won't know. Like guys could buy in, but it could backfire too. Like
yeah. I mean, so I guess the real question is going to be like, how it plays out. Just like you said, it's a wait and see.
yeah, for sure. Now, one thing the Phillies didn't do that they were really in big need of is get a right-handed bat. I know they got a bat in their eyes. They needed a right-handed bat. They improved their bullpen by getting Brooks Raley, and they needed another starter. That their fifth starter has been a problem all year.
Who's their fifth starter?
It's Andrew Painter right now, but
Paint?
he's like
Okay.
he's a big prospect that's coming off of Tommy John, and
I
he's
was thinking it
struggled
was
big time this
Nolan
year.
or Nola.
Yeah, no, Nola's their fourth.
Okay. Interesting.
And even he's been a problem. So
Well, that's why I thought it just made sense.
yeah,
The guy on their pitching staff that's been a problem in my brain is Nola.
yeah, no, but it's been those two spots. But Nola has been pitching somewhat better. So like he's a usable fourth or fifth.
Okay, that's fair. So, I wasn't too sure at first about the Yankees moves, but then, like, right,
It's solid.
I literally had said to Jonathan, I was like, wait, I guess we'll see what happens, right? And then the first night out, this guy comes out and just killing it, right? So good addition.
It's exciting what Lombard did yesterday, but I think he's more there to shore up the defense, like because he's more of a defensive first guy that will shore up the infield. I feel like and play fundamental baseball and not make mental mistakes. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and like so they brought him up, but then like we also went and signed what's his face, Garcia.
Yep. Traded for Garcia.
And he played great in his first night
he's
out.
a good bat. Yeah, he's a good bat for sure.
Like he had a couple of RBIs. Like exactly the reason we got him. He came in day one swinging.
And
so that was good to see.
Now the one thing they didn't do was get a catcher, but that's another discussion. I mean, it was probably because the catcher market was so weak, and all the catchers that did go went for look at the price that Adley Rutschman went for. I mean, shit.
It was definitely a little disappointing. I actually heard that like we had the Adley deal like on the table.
Yeah, it was, and then the Orioles were just blew away by the offer by Boston. I mean, you can't blame them.
Yeah, and I'm like, it is what it is. I thought we were gonna try and make a play to Minnesota for that.
It seems like Minnesota didn't want to sell because they more so buyed, not like heavily, but they did.
And that was kind of what the trick was, right? Is that there were teams that we expected were going to be sellers, right? The whole talk weeks up was Mason Miller, and then all of a sudden the Twins became buyers, the Padres became buyers.
The Padres got hot. The Twins are right there. It was a very complicated trade market. So,
I guess do we get to like the looming, right? The big one that kind of caught everyone's headlines, that everyone's talking about.
Skubal.
Yeah, Tarik Skubal going to the Dodgers.
Man, screw the Dodgers, man. That's why I feel bad. Screw the Dodgers.
Look, I've had some time to rationalize this.
Screw the Dodgers.
I mean,
do it.
Look, you really can't blame the Tigers for doing what they did. Like, you can hate them or not. You can't blame them for doing what they did. You really can't, because they're trying to stay competitive somewhat, because they're still in the wild card race, and still get something back for Skubal, which they did. I mean,
and Skubal just wanted money. So, if you got a guy in your clubhouse that just wants money, and his last few starts weren't quality starts. Like,
he's had quality. He's had quality starts his last few. Like, he's been locked in.
Let's talk about
they
this.
Were dominant.
let's
Right.
go back to the playoffs last year when he took himself out at 99 pitches.
That was him
like-
saving his arm. It really was.
Like, okay, like in the playoffs, bro, at 99 pitches, that you don't do that in the playoffs. It was a 1-0 game. They were winning.
But the thing is
Yeah.
is it
That's
completely
the
his
playoff.
call?
The whole
Like,
reason
no,
you
no,
do
no,
that
no,
all season is so you can if you need to go in the playoffs, you can
I
go.
get what you mean. I
So,
get
like,
what you mean, but I don't feel like that's his mentality. I don't think.
Like,
Because
I don't
he's a
feel like-
dog. Like he wants to be out there and compete. That may have been his agent and his team, like just holding him back. I feel like.
I don't know, man.
You know what I mean?
It just,
We need next round. We need you healthy. You know, like that kind of thing. They probably told
Listen.
him to stay healthy for the next round because they felt like they had the next round.
Yeah.
your ace comes out of your ace comes out of a game 5 at when you're winning 1-0.
I get the speculation. I get
What?
it. But I don't
All right,
think
like
that-
I'm just
Blake,
I
it's
don't,
ridiculous.
I don't
Okay,
think you
like-
can put
go ahead.
that on him completely.
Do you not
They go
recall
on to
Blake
lose,
Snell
and
with
they
a
go
1-0
on to-
lead and they took him out?
and they lose.
Yeah.
And they
happened before.
in the 7th inning they give up a run and it goes to 14 innings and they lose in overtime.
Yep.
That happened.
Yeah.
That just happened. Like, so in any case, right? But now to your point, right? When he just seems like he only cares about the money thing, it's like, in my opinion, if I'm the Tigers, I'm just looking at it like we got to get this guy the fuck out of the locker room. Like,
Yeah.
I see what you're
he does, he doesn't seem like he just seemed like maybe now that he's in the Dodgers, he's in a different place, right? But
Yeah,
like,
he hasn't
in the
signed.
Tigers
There's
locker
no
room, he
knowledge
was
of an
not gonna be
extension
good.
though. They have him as a rental right now because there's no extension.
I know. And the Tigers couldn't afford to. They can't give him a $400 million contract like he's gonna want. So,
Yeah.
I get it. I wonder where he'll sign next year. Like, he might not be a Dodger next year.
Otani?
It'll be interesting to see.
No, not Otani. Skubal might not be a Dodger because he's a rental.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Skubal.
He's there for the rest of this season.
That's guaranteed. Now the speculation is he's probably going to resign, but that's not a guaranteed.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Well, with
And after they
speculation,
lose
that's
to the
never
Brewers,
happening.
they're gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to sign right now because we don't know what the future of baseball is going to be. Why sign a
Yeah,
contract when you don't
that's
think
for
you're going to
sure.
play next year?
I mean, the lockout won't be like the CBA or lockout won't be an immediate thing, so there'll be a little bit of off season. So maybe guys will want to sign before that.
Yeah,
and
the
we'll just
CBA
get
is
a
not until
flurry of
like December
signings.
6th.
Right.
It's
So
like
we'll
not
have
till
a
December
little
6th.
bit of off season. Yeah. So we'll have a little bit of off season.
But people are going to hold off though because why sign if you're not going to play?
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
It's-
Or vice
and
versa,
if-
people just
And
sign
if they
immediately.
do get a salary cap, that affects it. If he wants $40 million a year, but a pitcher only gets $25 million, that's going to affect his decision where he goes
and
if they cap it.
this whole it's weird. I was thinking about this the other day, right? Because like people, as soon as the whole Skubal trade went down, people are like, "Oh, we're headed for a lockout." But I'm like, you know what? The Dodgers might lose, and the Dodgers lose, right? And we're still going to go to a lockout.
Yeah.
We're still going to a lockout for
That's
sure.
I think that might just be the reality.
Is it
Yeah.
only if
As
the
I've
Dodgers
looked into
win?
it too, because I've looked more in the CBA. There's 7. I think they said there's 7 MLB owners. They won't announce who they are, but they said there are 7 owners that want a salary cap, and they won't budge off of it.
That's what I'm saying. And so, like, it feels like it doesn't matter, right? Like, the whole thought, right, a few weeks ago was what? That the Dodgers win. If the Dodgers win again, like, baseball's over. But that's just not the case. It doesn't matter. The Dodgers can bang everybody out this season, and the baseball, or they could lose, but baseball is still going to be finished because they can't come to terms on this now. Now that this salary cap thing is like this,
Yeah.
they're so far off on this number.
Yep.
Like, You know what I mean? You got guys making $750 million contracts. Like, unless they defer
We can
every
talk
contract
about
30 years.
Are the Dodgers as unbeatable as we think?
No.
Like,
I
are
don't think
they?
they're
I
Are
don't
they
as
think they're
real
going
really?
to
as we
win this.
think.
Definitely not. They've been losing ever since they got Skubal.
Like,
That's the
is
thing.
this just a normal Dodgers slump thing, and they'll be fine in the playoffs, or what? Because we've seen this before. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know what to think of it right now.
I
Like, I'm
never,
not gonna
I never,
overreact to the Dodgers losing streak right now because it's probably
yeah, I
nothing.
don't know how to react to that.
I think they'll be fine for the playoffs, but I still don't think they're going to win.
It's not as
Definitely.
sure as it's not anything that's a sure thing as everyone thinks. Like, it's not guaranteed.
Listen, I'm thinking about 2 years ago with the Mets in the NLCS. I'm thinking about last year in the World Series with the Blue
Exactly.
Jays.
With the
Like
Jays, yep.
they've just made it by the last 2 times. Like, it's a very real possibility they don't make it
Like, the
by.
Mets seemed like a team of destiny when they almost beat the Dodgers. I mean, shit.
Oh, dude, I thought they were gonna do it. I was ready for a Subway Series, dude. I was.
And you know who seems like a team of destiny right now? The freaking Red Sox.
The rest
Dude,
of it.
They seem like a team of destiny. They're mowing through everyone.
Bro, I wouldn't.
They are
I
a
wouldn't want to
problem.
play them. Right, the Yankees need to win the division. Like, we need
Definitely.
to win the division because a wild card means that we may very well have to play we might have to go against the
Red Sox.
the Red Sox very early. And right now, we will get smoked. Like, we're supposed to get everyone back, but like, we haven't got anyone back yet.
Will the chemistry be there also?
And then they have to play.
Yeah.
We need people coming back by like the beginning of September, so they have a month to like just bang out 10, 12 games together and get back on the same page.
Right. Definitely.
But I just don't think the Dodgers are going to win. Maybe I'm just being a hater.
Not a sure thing. It's not a sure thing. It's not at all.
Listen,
I mean, a lot of
that's
things
how
can go
sports
wrong
work.
for them.
And the best stories are when a juggernaut like that gets knocked off. So I'm hoping
it makes for a better story.
I would actually like them. I've said, I want to see like the Brewers beat them in like the NLCS.
That would be awesome.
Like, I don't even want to see them get to the World Series. Like, just that would be ill. That would be phenomenal. But
yeah,
we'll see. Imagine the Brewers won it all.
I mean, they weren't that far from beating the Dodgers last year. They weren't far from beating the Dodgers. I mean, I know they got pretty much beat up that series, but
I mean, look, if the Cubs and the Dodgers, if the playoffs had started this week, the Cubs would probably sweep the Dodgers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different when it's in the regular season compared to the playoffs. Like, in that scenario, like, it would be in LA. I don't think they get spanked around in LA like that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Man, they need to win the AL West for them to play because the Yankees already got a wild
card. The Mariners, you can write off their season, dude. Even if they make the playoffs, they're not doing anything.
I don't know that there's going to be a wild card in the AL West. I don't know if there's going to be a wild card team from there.
No.
I'm pretty sure there won't be.
No.
I think that the Astros are going to win that division.
Oh my God.
Astros, they look like the team to win right now.
The Astros, fucking guys. You know what though?
There's another team that was supposed to be a big time seller, but no, they're in the lead in the division. Like, what?
Yo, and like, you already know, like, that team gets to the playoffs, like, they just become trouble. Like,
I mean, they just have that type of pedigree.
Exactly. It's just one of those teams.
It does, like, the team on paper, really, you don't fear it besides Yordan Alvarez, but like, Yordan is that big of a threat that their offense is pretty good.
No way. There's no way somebody's gonna tell me that. What's the little guy? Altuve.
Yeah, he's not.
Vinny,
he's not.
Just because Mom's right there, she's laughing that you don't got Chucky.
I don't got Chucky.
Yeah, remember she calls Chucky Aaron Judge.
Oh, but he's supposed to be back. for September. And like again, as long as as long as they have a few weeks together, I'm okay. I don't need them today. But the question is can the team as presently constructed win the division? Because like right now we're a wild card and we're cooked it for a wild card.
Right.
So like we like.
Well, the Rays keep going the way they do it. The Rays got the East.
The Rays are winning the period.
Yeah.
It does seem like it at this point.
Yeah, they're. I still don't really trust them that much in the playoffs, but I think
they'll lose in the playoffs.
I don't trust them.
Well, look at it right now. You have the Rays as 1, and the White Sox are number 2. Two teams you
look at
never
this.
think would be on a bye.
Shut up, bro. This guy. That is not a flex.
Andrew, yes.
Bruce,
How them,
when a Braves fan pulls up to talk trash. Oh my
This
God.
is nothing that's not expected. Jesus Christ.
So like my whole life, and not because I cared about them like as a team necessarily, even though they were a very good team in the 90s for sure. But so growing up, for some reason, my cousin from Queens, fucking New York, was a Miami Dolphins football fan and a Atlanta Braves baseball fan.
What the hell?
No fucking idea why, but that's what he was, right? And basketball, he was a Bulls fan. Right? And so
but in the 90s,
like I recall,
the Braves were dominant though. They were the
they were
second best
awesome.
team.
They were such a good team. So like I never liked them, obviously I was a Yankees fan. But they had some of the best they had some of the best rotations of all time.
But now to ask, because everybody will know the name I bring up, Mentality.
Oh,
He was saying that the 98 World Series by the Yankees was the best he's ever seen in the 30 years. But I can guarantee you, I can name 3 teams that were better than the 98 Yankees.
A lot of you know what? I'm sorry. I'm with Mentality on that one. I think the 98 Yankees are the best baseball team of all time. And I can send you like 5,000 articles from across the internet that agree with that too. Like it's not an uncommon thing. A lot of people think the 98 Yankees are the best team ever.
No, but I would question the 05 White Sox because yes, they had 100 wins and they went 12-1 in the World Series, like 12-1 in the playoffs. So that was pretty dominant. The 2012 Giants, the 2001 Arizona Diamondbacks was loaded. Like there were several teams since then that have great seasons.
Had great seasons, but the Yankee season was better than everyone you said. The Yankees had 112 wins. What are we talking about?
114.
114, excuse me. Like what?
But how did they do in the playoffs though? How did they do in the playoffs though? I never knew how
they do in the playoffs. They won the fucking World Series. What do you mean? How did they do in the playoffs?
No. What did they go 12-2, 13-5? Like how did they do in the playoffs though? That's what
I don't know what their exact. I know the team had the best record in baseball. They had the better record than every team you just named, and they won the World Series.
Yeah.
And I would put that team and all the Hall of Famers that were on that team against any team ever.
But
there's no team I wouldn't put them up against.
If the 2001 Mariners won it all, would you put them above them?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I was saying. That there was better teams. They just didn't win the World Series. That's all.
To me, the best teams. No. Oh no, I wouldn't put the Mariners over them. I'm sorry. No, I think the 98 Yankees are the best team ever. I think behind them.
If the 2001 team that had 116 wins won the World Series, they would have done.
I think that the Yankees
better.
would beat them.
Yeah.
Oh wait. No
Did
comment.
The Yankees beat them. I don't know who beat the Mariners and knocked them out in 2001 though.
Who played in the 2001 World Series?
Wasn't the Diamondbacks?
Against who?
The Yankees.
Oh, okay. Best fucking team. Get out of here with that. The best team lost to my team. Cut that out.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm assuming by what you said. I don't know who beat them in 2001 playoffs. I don't know who beat them. I just don't know that one. I don't know who knocked them out.
Here's what you need to know. The Yankees are the team that lost to the Arizona Diamondbacks in that World Series, right?
Yeah.
Right? So we know who they didn't get through.
Yeah. But they do say, no, I'm not boasting about the White Sox in that way, but
The
they said
Yankees, in
the
fact,
2005
the
White
Yankees,
Sox,
hold on. The
they had
team
one
you
of
were
the
just
best
talking
playoff
about, the team you were just talking about, the Yankees gentlemen swept 4-1 in the fucking ALCS, bro. Get the fuck out
That's
of
what it
here
was?
with that.
Okay. I didn't know. I didn't know it was the Yankees.
Bro,
I just know
bro,
that
paid-
Seattle won. They won 116.
Oh,
bro. Oh my gosh. But yo, listen. The other teams. So I think that another team that I think I don't know what year, like what was it, like 78, 77? The Big Red Machine, that Cincinnati Red squad, like Johnny Bench, Pete Rose, like that. They had a team down there too. There have been a few teams in history that just were like lined with Hall of Famers and were like outrageous teams. That's, to me, that's one of those teams. But like, everyone's got their own opinion on that.
But where I was switching it was where Mentality was saying the 96, 98, 99, 2000.
He just
Oh.
froze. He was like
yeah.
this. Oh, what did you
But-
say? What did you say?
The 96, 98, 99, 2000 run by the Yankees was the best run in baseball in the last 30 years. The only second best is the Giants, really.
And that was awesome, right? What did they won 3 in a row, right?
No, they won
Or
3
no.
out of 5.
3 and 5.
Yeah, 3 and 5.
Yeah. But that wasn't with Bumgarner and those guys. That was a squad. Yeah. And it was the best part. And like it's the way karma works in this world is so vicious, right? How like it was after Barry Bonds, just after Barry. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of messed up, but that's how life works. So like the question like that I was originally asking, like from start, it
was 3 and 4.
Dodgers
It was 3 and 4. That's what it was. 3 and 4.
What was 3 and 4?
When they won the championship. The Giants runs was 3 and 4 years.
3 and 4 years.
Yeah, it was-
wow.
No, 3 and 5. Yeah, it was 3 and 5. Boston and St. Louis won in between. 2 and 1. And then the Royals won right after. That was a weird run for like that 5 years.
That was like an interesting little span of baseball.
The Rangers
good.
made the World Series twice in a row, like that year. 2010, 2011, the Rangers made the World Series back to back.
Well, and like so like for me, and I feel like for a lot of people, it felt like right after that 2009, that like last World Series for the Yankees, and like that Jeter was still out there or anything, right? All these other teams started winning and doing their thing. And that was so good for baseball. Like they just, it was a lot more fresh. So I think that was a really good time.
The Royals went back-to-back World Series too.
The Royals.
Yeah. 2014 they lost, and 2015 they won.
That was 2010 to 2020. There was like it was a very, there's a lot of different, it was good. To me, that's good baseball,
Yeah, because in 2016, the Cubs won. Right after that, it was like, geez, the Cubs, the Royals, the Giants.
What's the word I'm looking for? Parity.
Perfect.
Good parity, But there was still, the Giants were still the dynasty during that decade, There was still one that showed up. So that's pretty cool. So like
Buster
now,
Posey won. Buster Posey wins three World Series in his first 5 years. Like that's insane.
Let me ask you guys, how do you define, right? And because that was actually, because that's a team that we could call this too. How do you define super team in baseball, specifically in baseball?
Dodgers.
Well, okay, so like we're gonna say right, like the moves the Dodgers made, right, in this trade situation or in this last couple of weeks. Like they went and got Skubal. That was the first one. But then they were like, oh, wait, hold on. Bubic is still out there, and we just want to make sure nobody else gets another pitcher for their rotation. Get him too.
He's not going to pitch in the rotation.
He's not going to pitch at all.
He's not going to pitch in the
They
rotation.
literally just got him, so nobody else, like, they were like, wait, some other people could shore up a rotation. Get that guy too. Don't let them get a chance.
They're going to use him in the
very
bullpen.
move.
They're going to use him in the bullpen.
And so, yeah, they're definitely a super team.
Yeah.
But, like, okay, like, is it like, what is a super team? Like, is it, do they have to win first? Like, is
Yeah.
it because they've now won the World Series and they're still adding pieces like that? They're adding all-time great pitchers after back-to-back World Series?
Yep. Exactly.
No. But the thing is, though, if the Dodgers make it this time, from 2017 to 2026, 10 years, the Dodgers made the World Series 6 times in that 10-year span.
Outrageous.
If they make it this way.
Outrageous. And good for them, like, because, okay, now, remember 16 years ago, 15 years ago, they were bankrupt. And so this is actually, so this is all these, it's crazy actually, but I'm going to point something out. They were about to be bankrupt. And so there was a finite number put in place, like a set amount. Each year you will have to pay $84 million for, out of your media rights, right? Going forward, where every other team was paying 34% of their media rights and deals to the league. Okay. So then they signed in the last, like in like 2015 or 2016, I think it was, they signed like a multi-billion-dollar media deal. The Dodgers did, right? But the league never changed the number back to the 34%. So now the Dodgers are like the financially healthiest team in baseball.
You hit it spot on. The reason they can spend this much money is because of their TV deal. They have the richest TV deal in sports.
Where say the Yankees generate, $3 billion in their media deal this year. $1 billion of that is owed to the league. If the Dodgers do the same thing, they still only have to pay $84 million. How have they not changed that?
It's ridiculous.
The league is helping them now. So now I'm moving from being a hater to just being a realist. Like, it's kind of unfair, right?
It is unfair. Let's keep it a buck.
You know what I'm saying? Expect to see all this stuff come up, right? When you get to contract talks, I'm sure there's like some owners are already upset about this, and it just isn't on the table to everybody yet. But that's reality, right? It just would stand to make sense that that's not. And of course, obviously, another thing that's going to come up is going to be the ability to defer contracts. There will be like an official ruling on deferred contracts, how far they can go out, if they can go out at all. It'll probably be like 3 to 5 year max, but they're going to change all that stuff. Like,
oh no, the CBA, they say that nobody wants deferred contracts anymore. Nobody wants deferred contracts.
Who else does it besides the Dodgers? Hello?
Oh, there's a lot. The Orioles have deferred contracts. Everybody has deferred contracts. They all have them.
There's more than people realize.
Nothing is as egregious as the Dodgers. That's what I'm saying.
No, not as egregious as Dodgers.
And
I mean, we're still spending $5 million. The Baltimore Orioles are still spending $5 million on Chris Davis for 10 more years.
Yes, but that's not the point. No one does as many as the Dodgers.
No, but there's a lot of inactive players who are on deferred contracts. It's not active players.
Listen, everyone knows about the legendary Bobby Bonilla contract, right? So, like, we know that this has been going on forever. Now, it got to the. Here's the thing: they were out there where like teams would do like people would drop them here and there. The league would approve some, the league would deny some, but then the league just let them start doing whatever they wanted. And like, when you can start deferring multiple contracts, like, let's just say they're like, oh, don't worry, Tarik, we got $400 million for you. The first 5 years, he's only going to make $8 million a year, so that'll only be $40 million of the 400, and then it'll kick in, and in year 5 through 10. Will pay that, like they're gonna, you know how they get down. They're gonna make this guy like no cap hit.
The only controversial thing I'll ask about anything is they won the 2021. The Dodgers won the 2020. They won 24. They won 25. But 17, 18, do you give it to the Dodgers and miss the both cheating scandals?
No, because I didn't see them win. Like the other team, I can't say the other team is the winner, but I can't give that to the Dodgers either because I didn't see them
but they
win.
proved that the Boston Red Sox and the Houston Astros both cheated. So,
and I agree. And so those are just a scratch, but nobody gets a point added for that, you know.
well,
But
if
in
the
my
Dodgers
opinion,
did win, we would look at 5 championships in the last 10 years for the Dodgers. If they didn't,
which would be
they only
gnarly.
lose to a cheating scandal.
Listen, man, the ownership that's there now, they're the same group who's taken over the Los Angeles Lakers, and they're going to try and do the same thing with the Lakers. They're going to try and turn the Lakers into a powerhouse again too. And more power to them if they're smart enough to use the rules that are in place, right, to build a juggernaut like they have.
Yeah.
Then they're not doing like this is what's so frustrating about it, right? They're just using exactly the constructs of how baseball has given everything to them.
Yeah, they just know how to play by the rules. They know how to skirt under it.
And they're just doing really well with it. So like,
and because of their deferred contracts, their active roster is only 225 million. Like they're really not that expensive. But that's only because of deferred contracts.
I know they're such assholes.
Yeah, they have 200 million in deferred contracts and 200 million under active. It's like crazy.
And then,
I'm all for it.
Then you have the Mets contracts, right? The Mets contract,
180 million in luxury tax alone. Just alone is 180 million in luxury tax.
Well, so right, the Mets active players are what 375 million, and then there's something
that's their full with dead money and blah 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 blah. But their active, like the current one is only 235. They're only 10 million over Astros.
Okay, so 375 is with everything.
Yeah, with deferred
275 is okay.
Yeah.
And then 495 is so that they get to 495 with the luxury tax.
Yeah, luxury tax. Yep.
Yeah.
So they're spending $500 million with taxes.
Yeah.
On the most awful results I've ever seen. Like,
yeah. We're at high. They had an active roster last year of 425 million. Their active roster last year was 425. It was insane.
Yeah, and the only reason this roster is at the price that it is and not higher is because of how much of Soto's contract they deferred.
Yeah. Well, it's not really. I don't know if it's really deferred. It's just over 14 years though. 15 years though. Just a longer contract.
Well, yeah, maybe it's just over a ridiculously long period of time. But I think they did I think the way that they built it out up front, it's kind of like a lower number, whatever, and it builds out. But that's a terrible contract. They're never gonna it's already a horrible contract because you see how he's playing defense. Just he doesn't care. But
he's a DH. He's a DH. Period.
Like you hear what Showtime just said? He's already calling him. He's not supposed to be a DH for 10 more seasons. Okay, Showtime. What do you mean he's a DH?
No, but he is. He's a horrible fielder.
A 15-year DH.
He should be a DH, but he won't be. There. I put it that way. He should be a DH, but he's not.
No, and that's the point. It's like, so how do you get? He's basically the play he's giving you in the field this season is to let you know that he's ready to be your DH. He's letting them know without saying it. Like, I am ready to just hit. Like,
so I'm looking at the Juan Soto contract. There's one thing I didn't know. I don't know if you knew this, but
probably not.
So it's largest guaranteed contract in MLB history at 765. So it's all guaranteed, but can become 805 million. The first MLB contract to exceed 800 million if the Mets exercise their right to void Soto's opt-out by increasing his remaining annual salary. They'll go up to 805 million if the Mets go. They want him back after 5 years.
Well, you know what? If I'm the Mets, I want him to opt out.
Yeah, they have 5 years and they can opt him out.
Like that's what you want.
But
Is
if
like this.
But if so, he says if Soto opts out, the Mets can void the opt out by increasing the salary for the final 10 years from 51 million to 55 million per year, raising the total value of his contract to 805 million.
That would just be bad business, bro. Like I don't know how else. Like there's just like if he
So he
was still a
opts out.
dynamic fielder, you
They
can't
can
just
give him
like
Jesus Christ.
I
An extra $55 million just for opting
if
out.
I was the Mets, I would trade him. That's how I
But it's
feel
fully
about it.
guaranteed. Who's going to take the 765 guaranteed money?
I don't know. You know, isn't it crazy that the Mets really did this to themselves again?
Again,
The
Like-
Mets are trying to be the Dodgers, but they can't. That's the thing.
And
They just
this
throw
is the
money at
trick,
anyone.
right? That's the whole trick, is that the Dodgers can point to the Mets and be like, obviously it's not just spending money, because look how much more they
Exactly.
spent than us and we're winning and they're not.
Yep.
So it's like a tricky thing. Very tricky.
like we
I'm
said,
not mad at
who's
the
going to
Dodgers.
spend? Who's going to spend $500,000 buying out Mike Trout? But everybody's saying they'll buy out Mike Trout, though, but I don't think anybody's going to buy him out.
Mike Trout likes to be an angel.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Very
that's
strange.
That's very.
But if you get somebody that goes, I'll give you 600 million for the next your last 5 years of your career, Mike might move. He might move.
I mean, that would
He's
just
not. He's not.
yeah. Like I don't.
You'd have to give
Who
him
wants
like
Mike
60
Trout? Who wants Mike Trout?
Well,
Go
No
get
one
me-
can
go
get
get
Mike
me
Trout.
some
That's the
young
thing.
stuff.
No one
I
can
don't
get him
think
because he's
anyone
not.
wants his contract. I don't think anyone wants his contract.
Go get
It's not
me
even
like
that.
Antonacci.
It's not even that. He's not gonna want out of Anaheim.
That's what. Go get me like Jordan Walker or fucking Antonacci or somebody. Like get me some little young stud. I mean, who wants that guy? Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah.
So
He
what's
only
going on
makes
with the Marlins?
35.35 million a year right now. That's what he's making annually.
35.
He only has five. He only has 100. It's 185 million left in his contract for the next 5 years. So his contract's only worth 185 to buy him out. So he's already played out half that contract.
Andrew, shut up, bro.
So you get him for 190 for 5 years. If you buy him. So
I don't know.
he's not as expensive as you think he is.
I wouldn't want him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like to me, it's just like he's had injuries. You know, he's not young. Like there's no logic to like getting him in my mind. So I don't know.
No, but I mean the Phillies might give him a contract so he can retire in Philly.
No, he's not. He's not leaving. Period, dude. It's not.
No, he's gonna retire as an Angel.
Exactly. Even if
He
it's
might,
without.
he might get a
unless-
statue at their stadium.
Unless the Angels decide, we got 2 years left of Trout's contract and go, you know what? We need to move off of Mike Trout and someone takes him. It could happen.
You know, it's fucked up though. Like that's how like because of like the whole like the way it's just like this whole era is, and with like free agency and like sports are so different, and teams are just like, yeah, like cool, like we've had a great relationship. You're not ready to retire, and like we're ready to move off of you, so we're gonna trade you. like this guy just played 15 years for you, and you're trading him. Like what?
Yeah, but Andrew McCutchen, he was lifeline to like Pittsburgh for 15 years, and then he got traded around. Now he's nowhere.
And he was in Pittsburgh forever.
Yeah,
like he's supposed to retire.
In 23, he went back to Pittsburgh, and then they got rid of him again. Like they brought him back.
Supposed to
and then they let him
retire
go
a
again.
Pirate, man. You
But
gotta
he
know
went
when to
to
quit.
he went to the Rangers. He was with you guys for a minute. You guys McCutcheon for a minute.
I don't even
I don't
remember
know how
that.
much you had him. Yeah, you had him for like a half a season at least or something. Because I know he played for the Yankees, but I don't know how long.
Andrew McCutcheon.
But he was with
Yankees?
Texas.
What?
Then he went to Atlanta, and Atlanta just cut him the other day.
It's funny. So as he comes up when you Google his name, he comes up in a Phillies, Rangers, and hold on, and Pittsburgh jersey. Let's see. So he played for the Rangers. He played for Pittsburgh. He played in 2018. He played. Let's see. He played 25 games for the Yankees in 2018. I don't even fucking remember that. He also played for the San Francisco Giants. He also played, bro. He played for like 2018 was not his year. Let's just put it that way. He moved around quite a bit that year.
18 years. 18 years. So I got him 09 to 17 in Pittsburgh. 2018, as you said, Giants. Then he went to the Yankees. Then he went to Philly from 2019 to 2021. Then he was a Brewer. Then he went back to Pittsburgh from 2023 to 2025. Went to Texas. Then he went to Atlanta. Now he's a free agent again.
Yo,
18 years.
listen, he was drafted straight out of high school. I remember that, dude. You know, he's like a couple of years younger than me. He was drafted right out of high school in like 04, 05.
Yeah.
So good for him, man. He had a long career. Can't knock that. That is not bad at all, dude.
The only thing I'm going to say about him is he made Pittsburgh relevant. He's the reason why Pittsburgh became relevant.
For a while, he was like, right? Because like they really didn't have like much of a face. It feels like after like in my mind, the last time I can remember there being a face of that franchise before McCutcheon was like Bobby Bonilla and Barry Bonds.
Bonds, yeah.
Like early night, like that was a long time ago, dude. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, it was the 90s. It took them almost 15 years to get back into it. They had 5 good years with McCutcheon running for it, and then now the last 10 years they've been just irrelevant until they got Paul Skeens and everybody.
Yeah, Paul's a good face of the franchise too. Everyone loves pitchers these days, but I guess pitchers have always been that guy, right?
Yeah.
Speaking
Total
of
prima donnas.
Yeah,
But
speaking of
Skeens,
Skeens,
his numbers are going down. His
it's
numbers are
bad.
just rocketing
It's
down.
bad recently. Yeah.
He's gonna
what
leave
would you
Pittsburgh. If he doesn't win, he's gonna leave Pittsburgh. He's gonna want to leave
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
For
what
sure.
would you guys attribute the lackluster season from? Like, what's going on with him?
Recently, it's been his off-speed pitches haven't been great, so people are just sitting on his fastball.
I mean, if you've only got one pitch,
Like
right?
he can't locate his off-speed pitches right now. That's the thing.
and
The
he's
only thing I'm
not
gonna say is if Jacob Miskorowski can be figured out next year with his speed, then it'll be just a
Miz is
normal thing.
completely
to see
different.
with him.
Miz is completely different because he just throws so much heat. Like you can't. Like he doesn't even need great off-speed pitches.
and
No,
well,
but I'm
and that's
saying
the
if people
thing.
can figure out Miz though.
Oh no, I
If
don't.
they can
I
figure
don't
out.
think that'll. I don't think that'll happen.
It's just too fast. And the thing is that like if you ever watch him pitch, his fastball has some fucking movement on it too.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I'm saying? Like that thing's going like 103 miles an hour, and like if like just you got to see it.
The only
You gotta
thing
see
that's
it.
gonna
Believe
stop
it.
Miz, the only thing that could potentially stop Miz is injuries. That's it. Injuries and fatigue. That's it.
That's a fact.
Did you guys hear that Angel hit off him last week and it was registered at 112 when he hit it?
Yeah, that happens. He's gonna get clipped from time to time. Just that it
No,
happens
but he
with
threw
guys that throw that
when they
fast.
clocked the pitch, it was 112. I'm like, what the
What?
112?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
His speed is it's going up. He was going 98, 99, 102, 103, 105. He just gets
You
faster.
see, that's the thing with Miz. He holds his velo through the game,
Yeah.
and if not, it gets faster.
It's
Yeah,
you
he
know
just gets
it-
faster.
he's the kind of guy like I want to see him like I want to see that situation in the playoffs, and I want to watch him
Yes.
pitch a fucking complete game. You know what I mean?
I wanna
Like I
see him
feel
pitch
like
like that
he's
in World
The
Series.
Brewers wouldn't let him early in this early in his career. They wouldn't let him though. That's the thing.
But I want to see him in the World Series. I want to see him throwing fucking
Oh
mass
yeah,
heat.
no, that for sure.
He has a good chance to beat Madison Bumgarner's World Series run if he pitches.
Bro, this is a really good, like legitimately a really good Brewers team.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Like they might be the best team in baseball right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, right now.
Well,
for
over the
sure.
last 2 seasons, they've been the best team in baseball. The last
But the
2
thing
seasons.
is, the
During the
playoffs,
regular
the playoffs,
season, the last 2 seasons,
in
they've
the
been
regular
incredible.
season, yeah.
the
Incredible.
playoffs is their big test for sure.
But you know, listen. So I still feel like, right, and this is a few weeks back now, but I feel like Bryce Terang was snubbed for the All-Star game.
Yes, big time.
William Contreras, big fan. Jake Bowers, Jorio. This is a good squad. Christian Yelich
and
as
it's
DH.
young, and it's young. It's not an old team. It's
Yeah,
still
bro, this
pretty
is a
young.
good squad. And then you got guys like Luis Rengifo too. Like, this is
No,
a
Rengifo's on the
really-
Padres now. He was DFA'd by the Brewers earlier this year.
Oh, dude, there's a lot of like decent people on this team.
But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I just looked up them the last 5 years. We'll just look at the last 5 years. 2021, 2023, 2024, 2025 NL Central Championships. They have 463 wins in the last 5 years, 4 playoff appearances, and they missed the postseason in 2022. That year they came second with 86 wins, but they've been 92 to 95 win team for the last 5 years. So they're consistent.
They're making it to the playoffs. Can they take the leap this season? Is the real question.
Yeah, what was it? They lost to the Braves in 2001. They lost to the Diamondbacks in the wild card. They lost to the Mets in the wild card, and then last year we saw them beat the Cubs, but then they get swept in the LCS.
And like, so not to
these
throw
are
shade, not to throw shade at Freddie Peralta, but it seems like with Miz as the ace of that rotation, it feels like the rest of the rotation takes confidence from him. Like I feel like the rotation's a little bit better with him as the ace than it was with Freddie.
That's very hard to say just because I feel like this is just a one-off season for Freddie. I mean, some guys just aren't built to pitch in bigger like environments like New York.
Wait, hold on. So you're mishearing what I'm saying. I know Freddie as an individual is having not the best season.
Right.
Cool, that happens. What I'm saying is that the rotation in Milwaukee, as a result of being led by Miz, as a
no, I completely understand that. I completely understand that. But
you know that's all.
Miz,
like,
also,
Freddie might be like a really good individual pitcher,
I
but not as good a leader.
Okay, I get it.
That's what I mean. I don't know, and I could be totally wrong.
That could be speculation because who knows? Maybe Miz could have run from Freddie last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I could be totally wrong, but we're gonna see in the playoffs because that's the only big. That's
Freddie
the big
won
change.
17 last year. Freddie won 17 last year.
Like I said, it's gonna be the playoffs.
Yep.
That's the only because right after the last 3 seasons, there is now an expectation of who the Brewers are during the regular season. And this is who they are. They're an awesome regular season baseball team. We need to see if this team is going to take that step forward and become a real contender in the playoffs now.
Now, I mean, the thing is, they were the other team that was in for Skubal, and I could see potentially why they didn't, because they have all these young prospects too, and they probably wanted to keep them and like have a long-term future. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
It's understandable, and it's not. Like, I'm not siding with either side on this.
It's a weird situation because it feels like anybody who reached out and wanted to do it could have got him for the $9 million for the rest of this season, right? And then just not I don't know. Like it, I'm not sure. Like I feel like the way, like I feel like he might have really like turned off some of the people that were looking at him. But I don't, or just I don't really know what to make of it. Like the Dodgers offer was not that good.
It wasn't great, but it might have been the best offer they got. Like who knows, really?
And here's the other key to
and
that.
it might have been the offer the Tigers liked the best. So
the Dodgers also have a really good farm system.
Yeah.
And so like that might like they might kind of weight that like, well, you know what, like a few prospects coming out of this farm system, like.
I mean, you can also say about the Brewers though. You could say the same thing. I mean,
you can. I'm trying to rationalize it. I don't know because it doesn't.
It's hard to have. It's a hard situation to wrap your head around. It is for sure,
right? Because as a fan of the sport of baseball, it's like, why are they giving this team? They could have traded this guy to anybody.
I very much understand it, but you have to rationalize a bit, like.
You know, I don't know, man. I think the White Sox should have got him. Why couldn't he just trade him in there? They could have just traded him in the division at that point. Like, who cares? And that
like,
was,
let's say hypothetically the Dodgers, or the Tigers were trying to get Jesus Mate, the number 1 prospect in all baseball, for Skubal. The Brewers probably said no, right? I mean,
most likely. Well, because
and who knows if
the Brewers did say they threw 3 prospects in there, but it wasn't the prospects.
I did see that rumor.
They're not going to give the number 1 play, especially when in the back of their mind they're saying we are not going to pay this man $40 to $50 million a year. So, you know, I don't know.
Dodgers knew Skubal was a rental, and they jumped on it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the other teams might have just looked at it like, you know what, like, because we know we're not in the position, like the Dodgers, it's different because if they want to, they can figure out to really sign him later. These other teams are just not going to do that. Like Milwaukee team is not going to pick up a $400 million contract.
Not at all.
So, you know, like their window is right now before they have to re-sign all these guys.
It's an unfortunate yet understandable situation. I mean,
well, but that's what sports gotta just become, right? You gotta win in that window before all your players get ready for their big contracts.
Bingo.
You know, it's the same thing in football, right? You want to get the quarterback and you want to win in his first 5 seasons before you have to pay him $50, $60 million a year.
I mean, the Brewers' way of winning is keeping guys. Getting guys up through their farm system. They paid Churio before he debuted. They paid a lot of their prospects before they debuted, and that's how they work. I mean, they work the cheap way, and it works in the regular season.
And listen, man, like it's not a bad move. It keeps these guys. It keeps these guys under a contract that they can manage, you know, for a longer period of time, so they can try and get this done.
Right on.
I really hope, like, dude, it would be good for baseball for them to beat the Dodgers in the playoffs.
Yep.
It would be good for baseball. Just my opinion.
Yep.
So Cole, what's going on? I know you got the work thing in Halifax tomorrow. Are you going to be doing the podcast tomorrow or just space on Friday?
It's a 50-50 because I don't know. We're finishing the shed tomorrow morning, which takes a couple hours. And I think he said he's going to start another one, but I think he has to go home because he has to go home and get his wife and kids and come back to Halifax the next day. So I don't think he's staying. So I think we're all going to be there till like tomorrow night and then coming home. So I think I'll have my show, but I'll be home Friday for sure. So
you guys heard what he said. Tomorrow 50-50, but Friday definite space going on. Hopefully when we hit up for the space on Friday, we'll be talking about the Dodgers getting swept. You know, I'm like,
and they did get swept for the second series in a row.
Oh, this would be dope for them to get swept back to back. I would love to see that. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm a Yankees fan. It's not like we're doing amazing right now, but you know, we're about to be a wild card team, so I got nothing to say. But we
We're
will
going to get
definitely.
swept by the Red Sox again.
Wait, they play the Red Sox again? Jeez. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're being
NFL
swept by the Red
football.
Sox again.
Mm.
Well, so the Yankees, right? We're definitely going to play the Red Sox again. It's August, so we have
Yeah.
August and September.
Preseason
We're-
starts tomorrow. Also,
They're in our division. We're going to play them probably a few times. Unfortunately, they're a really good baseball team right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird because like this is what I thought they were going to be at the beginning of the season. I was like, you know, this is going to be a really dangerous team. And then they just started out so that I was like, you know what? Maybe we're good. But the turnaround has really been epic. Like now they're a legitimate team that, like, as a Yankees fan, I'm like, man, I just don't want to play these guys. Like,
They seem to be beating everyone and everything.
oh, like,
Well, we just got
like very-
outscored 18-2. 18-2 the last 2 games. So like we're getting walked.
yeah,
We
man.
still got tomorrow to play.
I remember the one day I hit up Showtime, and I think there was like a doubleheader or something. But I was like, "Yo, what do you think about this game?" It was like this team against the Red Sox, and he was like,
Was it? I
"I'm not
think
really
I
too
think it
sure,"
might
and
have
I
been
was like-
Baltimore.
I was like, "Yo, Gray's pitching," and he was like, "Oh, the Red Sox, definitely." I was like,
Exactly.
I was like, "Yeah, that's what I thought too." And like, I feel like as a Yankees fan, the team I'm most confident to go place money on is the Boston Red Sox. I'm like, they will win a game. Let me go do that. So
Like
Uh,
honestly, it
Congrats,
doesn't
though.
matter who pitches for them right now.
But I'm gonna say,
It really
us
doesn't.
coming up is gonna be we're gonna take a good leap on that Central because we got the Guardians, then we got the Reds, then we got the Tigers, then we got the Cubs,
Shit.
and then the Mets. The next 5 series is so we're gonna look like we're gonna take a nice gap between Cleveland.
Yeah, that division is unlocked because Cleveland does not look good at all.
We take
Cleveland,
2 out of 3 at
Cleveland's being
Cleveland.
very
I cannot be talking.
Yeah, we take 2 out of 3 at
America
Cleveland. We're taking that division because their next 5 series after that are all just washed. We
Yeah.
can take 2 out of 3 out of every one of those series, and we can have like a 10-game lead on the Guardians by September.
I cannot be talking because the Mariners are looking worse than Cleveland right now.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, the Cleveland's like a 500 team, and Mariners are like under 500.
Yeah, under 500. Yeah, we're definitely worse than Cleveland right now.
that's fucking crazy. How are you guys so bad? Like what?
I don't know. If
The Mariners
Paul
are the
offense-
least understandable team in baseball this year.
Like they're supposed to be decent. Like
Yeah,
I just-
yeah,
I don't know how else to
what's
say
going
that.
on.
it's very.
I
it's
love
very,
how. That's why I love when I shared it to Caleb earlier. I'm like, how do you like Sir Anthony? The fact.
So let me see. Yo, are the Marlins going to be are the Marlins going to be a wild card team?
Shut up. No, they'll be a 500 team at best. They're
mean,
back
I'm
to they're better than they were last year because last year they ended the year sub 500, but they've got
look.
ways to go still.
All I'm saying is the best 3 record. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm lying.
Yeah, no,
Forget it. 1, 2, 3. No, they're not. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
no,
they're
no,
like
no.
they're a little out.
Nope, not
A little
anymore.
further out than I realized.
That was like at the end of June, but ever since it's been rough.
The Diamondbacks might sneak in there, or the Padres.
They would. The Padres are a lock for the playoffs, yeah, for sure.
Well,
The only thing
we're
I'm
gonna
hoping
see.
for the White Sox is we have home field advantage because we are destroying everybody at home. Right
Yeah.
now, at first rate, we are the second best team in the league at home. Not just the American League, we're the second best team in the league at home to the Rays.
I think the Minnesota Twins are going to finish second in that division. I don't even think the Guardians are going to
Yeah,
finish second.
I don't. The Guardians are way too confusing. Also,
They've been up and down all season. I expect them to hit a nice skid to finish this year. I just don't see it.
I mean, you saw them get hot at the end of last year, so I don't know.
It's not impossible. It's definitely not, but I don't know. I'm banking on it. I'm banking on it going the other way. We'll see.
Right.
All right, so that's pretty much all I got for tonight. Friday, 100%. We got the space. 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
1 p.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Pacific time. we will have a space going on. Obviously, we'll be talking baseball and whatever else is going on in sports.
Yeah, tomorrow preseason also.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
tomorrow preseason, the Hall of Fame game. Let's go.
One last thing I wanted to mention. I
Yes,
told
sir.
you I went to the Inter Miami game, right? Last
Yeah.
Yeah,
what was it? I forget. What the hell?
I don't know. You sent the
When was
picture.
it? Yeah. No, I got to see Messi play for the first time. That was amazing. I mean, he was a sub, but it was awesome.
Hall of Fame game tomorrow. Definitely. Yep, gonna watch that.
Okay, so tomorrow, Carolina Panthers and Arizona Cardinals play, huh?
Yep.
Carson Beck is starting. Yep. Versus Kenny
Okay.
Pickett.
So the NFL is really pushing. So it's that time of year. So NFL season. So I would imagine we'll be talking about football in the space also on Friday.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame game. I don't know.
Well, you know what I'll be talking about? I'll be talking about Hard Knocks because I've been watching Hard Knocks Seattle. Those rings are
Really?
out of
Okay.
control.
Yo,
No.
let me know where. Wait. Where do you find that? Because I gotta.
It's on HBO Max.
Okay, awesome.
I have to Mac.
So look, okay, so you guys know I'm a Giants fan, right? I'll share this story before I go. So in like 2005, 2006, I was down in Delray Beach in Florida. I was at like a little biker bar on like by like the railroad tracks right there. I think that street's called Atlantic in Delray. So it's like the main strip of Delray. Like, then there's like a train crossing. You might know what I'm talking about, Showtime. So Jamal Lewis pulls up on his motorcycle, like from the Ravens that beat the Giants, right? My Giants. And he had his Super Bowl ring on. He let me try his Super Bowl ring on. Like he was a really cool guy. We did shots of tequila together. It was a really cool time. Whatever else, the ring that I tried on 20 years ago was like half the size of the ring that they just gave the Seahawks players, dude. That Seahawks ring, that shit is like the size of my fist, bro. It's bananas. Yeah. So check that out.
Insane.
But yeah, so that's it. That's all
They
I got.
seem to get bigger and bigger. Before you know, it's going to be like this. They're going to be wearing the championship rings like this. It's not a chain.
Dude, right? I wouldn't be surprised. I bet some of them do that now. I bet some of them do that, right? I wouldn't be surprised by that at all. But look, that's all we got this week.
Joke of the night for this one. If the Tigers win the World Series, Max Clark is going to have a giant goddamn ring around his
neck.
God. Maybe.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
With his 38 gold chains.
And that, my friends, is it for Vinny's Corner. Take care.